What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, I want to talk about vanity titles, and I really think we should have more of them, or we should have them in-game, and there's one in particular that I think could and should be implemented hopefully relatively easily, that would add a lot of value into the game, or just a lot of excitement into the game, because value is going to be relative, and we're going to get into that in a second. So the title that I have in mind, and I'm open to ideas for not just this but any other title, so this will hopefully be a little bit of a community brainstorming session, but I really think that there should be an arsonist title, or the arsonist, as a what's that called, as a title, right? So when somebody burns DEC and they don't burn it for anything except for trying to go for the title, that is when they receive it. And again, it's not an NFT. It cannot be sold. It actually has no in-game value. It doesn't get you a buff on anything. It's just, if you have burned the most DEC for the arsonist title, well, then you get the arsonist title, and you are allowed to put that on your profile. And there's only one of them in game. Now, you're gonna look at me and be like, okay, what value does that add to the ecosystem? Why would anybody do that? And my counterpoint, well, I would agree with you and say, well, it doesn't add any value inherently, right? If anything, it does add value from a tokenomics perspective, because we're burning DEC. But to flip it back on that argument, like, what value do cosmetics, any of the cosmetic items that people want, skins or whatever, what value does that add to the game overall, or to the game experience? It's the same exact thing, right? Sure, the cards look cooler, and somebody gets to flex with a title that says the arsonist, where we all know that person has made the biggest of sacrifices, burning DEC simply to have the vanity title. And again, it'll just be an ongoing running leaderboard where over time people will probably burn hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of DEC in order to secure the title, right? And it just gets passed around whenever that happens, right? Or maybe for example, like, you get to, like, if you surpass someone, then you get to have it for like 24 hours or for a week or something. So at least you get to enjoy it for a period of time, and then you have everybody else kind of vying to see, like, ooh, who gets on top next, or whatever the case is. And maybe it's not open all the time. I don't know. The idea is still being very much in the early stages for me, but I just think something like that would add another element. It's a vanity thing, which is what cosmetics are at the end of the day, right? Like, ooh, I want to show off my Chaos Dragon in this cool new skin. Doesn't add anything. It doesn't make my cards any better. Doesn't make my game experience any better from a gameplay perspective. It just looks cool, and I get to flex with it to say, like, yeah, I got this skin. Maybe it's a limited edition skin, or whatever the case is, but it's just a flex. And so we're burning DEC in the future potentially for that, or I guess it could be company revenue. So, this is just an idea that I'm throwing out there. I've had it kind of bouncing around in my head for a while, and I'm just like, I don't know how we implement it, but I don't know. I figured I'll just record the video, because I'm like, there's not much happening in Splinterlands right now. Hopefully we'll have a more exciting week ahead. But I was like, you know what? Let's just record it, see what people think. Again, it's just fun little ideas like this that I think will add a lot of value. Again, not from a token. Oh, it will add from a tokenomics perspective, but just add a little fun to the game. Add a little whatever. We get to see. Again, this is not something that I would ever go for, but it will be fun to watch and see, like, who are the whales, who are the people that are determined to get the arsonist one of one title. I think that'd be fun. So let me know if you have any ideas, or if you what you think of that idea, first of all, and if you have any other ideas on what other like arsonist titles we could add. I mean, maybe there could be 3 arsonist titles, right? So it's like one of 3, but one goes to whoever burns the most DEC, one goes to whoever burns the most SPS, and then another one to vouchers. Could make for something interesting, right? So I don't know, stuff like that. Again, we need more, in my opinion, vanity-based stuff to make it feel more like a game, right? And not just like this DeFi platform. Because whenever you gamify things, I think people just have more fun. And it doesn't become about the money at that point. It just becomes about actually enjoying the gameplay and being that guy or that girl or that person that has something, that nobody else has. So that's my basic idea, my basic pitch for it. Let me know. Feel free to tear it apart. Feel free to add on to it. But that's kind of what I'm thinking. I think we should have something like that just to start burning DEC randomly so we can work all the way through this 5.1 billion we still have remaining. That is all I have. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.